Sarah Backhouse of We First. I'm here with Neill Duffy, Chief Catalyst of One World Football. Welcome, Neill.
Thank you.
Tell me about One World Football and your role there.
So this is the One World Football. It's the world's first almost indestructible soccer ball, football. Never goes flat, it doesn't need a pump. And as a result of that, it's able to survive the harshest conditions around the world. And that's important because as an organization, the One World Football Project is all about allowing kids to play in situations where they might not otherwise be able to play, and this ball allows that to happen. My role there is Chief Catalyst, and I'm responsible for putting together the partnerships that will help us to achieve the kind of funding stream that we require to be able to achieve our vision, which is to produce 10 million of these balls over the next 5 years, and in the process allow 300 million kids the opportunity to play.
Great. So before we dive into your brand story, I think the design of the football is quite unique because that makes it very flexible, versatile.
Yep.
Can you explain how it works?
Well, we like to think that this is the first time that a ball has been, the basic ball structure has been redesigned in 1,000 years. And what's really unique about this ball is that it has no bladder. It's a unique what we call a self-foam structure, so it's one whole piece, which means there's no stitching to come undone. It has a special valve mechanism, so it reinflates on its own, and so it's a self-contained play unit, I guess.
That's great.
The material is really cool as well. It's stuff called PET foam, which is an inert substance. It's very durable. It's very tough. You know, you can cut this ball with a knife and it'll basically reseal itself, and you can still use the ball. So it's the design of the ball makes it special. The material that it's made out of also makes it special.
Wonderful. So children can play with the ball endlessly without relying on a pump. So describe your company purpose and how that comes to life through brand storytelling.
So the One World Football Project is all about play. We believe that play is one of the basic human rights that people need to thrive. We've seen in the work that we do that people that play are healthier, fitter, more socially adept. They do better at school. The United Nations Declaration of Human Rights talks about play as a basic human need. And so we're all about play and enabling play to happen anywhere and everywhere. And the storytelling piece for us is probably the most important thing that we do, because as important as this ball is and the work that this ball does is hugely important, it also allows us to tell the stories behind the people that have been able to play with the ball and how their lives have changed as a result of that play. Those are the stories that we get to tell. And every day of the week, we get stories back from the field that are just incredible human interest stories. They're personal, they're real, and they move people. And so storytelling for us is about connecting the ball with the world and the world in which it lives with people in the world that they live, and trying to make that connection to show the value of play. We've now delivered 1 million balls, so we've only just started. Through the process, we've got 30 million kids smiling, and as many stories.
Wonderful.
As that too.
Can you share one of those success stories with us?
Yeah, where would I start? There are so many. There's a great story that comes from Kenya, where the various tribes living in a certain part of Kenya have a history of fighting with each other. Tribal differences mean it's difficult for them to get along. But we donated the ball to the organizations working with those tribes to try and get them talking to each other and cohabiting together and being peaceful together. And when you hear them talking about the role that being able to play with this ball has made in their lives and in delivering peace, it's quite incredible.
Wonderful.
And that's the amazing thing about play and the ball, is that it cuts across all race groups, it cuts across all themes. You know, the ball is used by organizations that are delivering HIV awareness training, women's empowerment, financial literacy, basic education. It's kind of like the connector and the story. It's the storyteller in itself. You know, we like to say that the ball is the original social network because it gets people together and playing and talking and doing stuff that people should be doing together.
Is there one lesson or even a mistake that you've made that you can share that has kind of helped you in this journey?
I think a positive lesson. For us, the difference between just existing and having the impact that we're having has been our partnership with Chevrolet. Chevrolet are our founding sponsor. They came on board right at the beginning. In fact, they found us, which was quite amazing. They recognized the value that they could play in helping us to achieve our mission, and by extension their mission. And so that collaboration has been vital to our success. It's all very well to try and do things alone, but when you collaborate with other partners and you put those partnerships together, the magic happens. So that's been a real success story for us.
And then finally, any advice you give to other companies who have a purpose and are looking to kind of drive their brand awareness?
I think at the end of the day, if you believe in what it is that you're trying to set out and your intentions are pure, for want of a better word, just stick with those, because that will win through at the end of the day. And I think that's the most important thing that you could do. If your purpose is genuine, it's not something that you've just adopted for convenience, things will happen. But just be clear about what that purpose is, what your intention is, and then resolutely stick to following it.
Neill, thank you so much.
Thank you.